this video, we'll be modifying the gearbox. We'll be starting with a 71.4 to 1 gear ratio and modifying that to a 149.9 to 1 gear ratio. Go ahead and remove your rear wheel, center detail, and the control board to access the gearbox. You'll need your hex wrench to modify the gears. Before starting any project, remember to put on your safety glasses. Wear your safety glasses at all times. To begin, take your hex wrench and insert it into the set screw of the stopper. Loosen the set screw 1 to 2 turns and pull out the shaft. Then, carefully, turn over the chassis to pull out the stopper and final gear and set it aside. To change the gear ratio to a 149.9 to 1 gear ratio, we will need to change the eyelet's position to a forward position. For the position of 71.4 to 1, it was set in the rear position. First, start by taking the shaft and pushing the eyelets out of the gearbox. Careful not to lose the eyelets. Then, with the same eyelets, set them in the forward position from inside the gearbox. Notice they're in the forward position, not the rear position as before. Next, we'll put the final gear in the position for the 149.9 to 1 gear ratio. That's this position right here. And you'll notice there's a small tab beneath that gear that will hold the final gear in that position. So go ahead and take your final gear and place it in the position 2 slots over from where the stopper will sit. And go ahead, put the stopper in the far right corner. Then take your shaft and put your finger on top of the final gear and the stopper to hold them in place, and place the shaft through the eyelets, through the stopper, and through the final gear, and center the shaft with the chassis center line. Then take your hex wrench and tighten the set screw in the stopper to secure the shaft. Now you have changed the gear to a 149.9 to 1 gear ratio. You can now reassemble your car using the video or the PDF manual on the SuperCAP designgroup.com website. For a listing of gear ratios and other experiments, visit the website at SuperCAP designgroup.com.